I am the god of hellfire, and I bring you fire. I'll take you to burn. Fire. I'll take you to learn.
All throughout his solo work and collaborations with others, Billy has repeatedly used the symbolism of fire, from Venus and Mars, Ram, or to the fireman. That element is highlighted often. As a fire sign myself, I began to notice his use of fire symbolism, and I started to get a hunch that he may be an Aries, ruled by Mars. We don't know his true birth date, so it's speculation, but my tarot cards have indicated that he is indeed ruled in part or in whole by Mars. The element of fire also correlates to his tarot archetype, the Fool. As we will see, fire is used in the transformational process of alchemy too. More evidence that leads me to believe that Bill is indeed an Aries. Even if he isn't an Aries or a fire sign, his symbolic use of fire speaks volumes. It represents transformation, faith in the universe, and the human spark of creation. All very appropriate themes for Billy. Here is a summation of what the element of fire represents alchemically. As we delve into the mysteries of the fire phase, the first of elemental alchemy, we uncover a rich tapestry of symbols, myths, and archetypes from across the globe that echo this primordial call. This stage, characterized by its cardinal fire energy, serves not only as a beacon for change, but also as a crucible for the birth of new perspectives, ideas, and paths. It represents a universal summons inviting us to step beyond the known, embrace our potential for growth, and embark on a quest for deeper understanding and self-realization. Elements Alchemy Fire 1 phase mirrors the protagonist's awakening and is thus crucial to the magical quest of self-discovery and transformation. This level represents cardinal fire, the driving power that takes us into the unknown. This phase is quite in tune with Aries' vivacious energy, Mars' fearlessness, and the Fool's energetic plunge off the cliff. Understanding how the Fire 1 phase represents the spirit of cardinal fire, moving us toward new beginnings and the pursuit of our true calling. Alchemy's expansive sulfur and Hinduism's expanding Rajaguna inspire action. Alchemically, sulfur's burning essence ignites change and rejuvenation, symbolizing the force needed to dissolve old forms and create new ones. It is the vital spark that propels alchemical endeavor from its beginning. One of the free gunas, Raja, represents movement, energy, and dynamism. This energy of passion and action pushes the status quo and spurs spiritual growth. The Fire 1 phase challenges us to break free from our homeostatic fixedness, our habitual patterns of thought and conduct. The text encourages us to tap into the ability of our right brain to be receptive, open, and sensitive to subtleties and new experiences. During this phase of alchemical change, one must be receptive to new realities as they emerge and take part in the collective intelligence's reality choosing process. Fire 1 is fundamentally similar to sulfur's flaming character in alchemy. It's a catalytic, combustible energy that causes transformation. The Rajaguna, which represents expansion, movement, and activity in Hindu philosophy, is also intricately related to the stage. The allure of the unknown, whether in the shape of a tempting carrot or a compelling stick, compels us to leave the safety of the familiar and embark on an exciting journey. These principles illuminate initiation and the beginning of the trip. They show the ubiquitous need for a catalytic spark from inside or from the world to shatter inertia and transform. Solve et coagula. This focus on Fire 1 challenges us to contemplate how fire's inspiration and vision rises in our life, inspiring us to awaken to rejuvenation in personal and spiritual growth. Mythological metaphors like Icarus, Aries under Mars' influence, and the Fool in Tarot are just a few Western archetypal forces which help us understand this transformation. The fire phase conjures the myth of Icarus, pushing us to fly ambitiously towards our aspirations, cautioning us of the pitfalls of hubris, yet motivating us to aim for our utmost potential. The astrological sign of Aries is also associated with being a trailblazer, being fearless in the face of change, and having the fortitude to take the lead. Our path is fueled by the urge to conquer hurdles thanks to Mars and the ruler of Aries, and its energy of assertiveness and tenacity. This initiating fire phase is set against the stark lessons of Icarus on hubris and overreaching. It reminds us of the delicate line between ambition and recklessness, asking us to be wise. In another way, it also reminds us that fire will burn away all that is not truly our own. It's okay to burn bright. All elements offer both opportunities to grow and find soulful balance. Remember, those wax wings set him free from the labyrinth of intellectual cleverness. Flying high in the air realm of intellectual knowing needed to be counterbalanced by a revelation of personal truth. Fire simply gifts us with a counter influence that sends us back towards the waters of inner truth and meaning. All else is hyperinflation, narcissism, and hubris. This initial spark is a lighthouse for our particular path, reflecting the awakening of vision and will. A future-focused identity, one that goes beyond our present selves, and the world as we know it, is what it's all about. Here we are at the spark, asked to ignite our inner fire and follow an intuitive impulse that calls us towards expansion and growth. These legendary metaphors reveal much about fire. They emphasize the complicated relationship between danger and reward, warning us to be mindful of our changes but pushing us to dream big and take risks. These stories inspire us to kindle our inner fire and experience the alchemical journey's transformational power. The Phoenix. Delving into the cultural significance of rebirth and renewal, the phoenix's ascent from the ashes symbolizes the fire one faces in cycle of devastation and creation. Order out of chaos. Prometheus is fire. Thinking back on the Greek narrative of the hero Prometheus, who took fire from the gods and gave it to humans, a symbol of freedom, inventiveness, and questioning authority. Another striking image from the tarot is the Fool, who represents this stage as well. trusting the cosmos on a whim and plunging headfirst into the unknown. Rather than being a foolish leap, this one is an expression of faith in the path ahead and in one's own abilities, as well as an openness to the unknown and the change that it may bring. Mars rules Aries, which symbolizes daring, initiative, and pioneering. This sign's tenacity and willingness to face new challenges inspires us to welcome change like the alchemical fire. Mars's energy and aggressiveness help us grow and discover ourselves. This transitional era is symbolized by the Fool in the Tarot deck, which represents beginnings, possibilities, and the unknown. The Fool takes the ultimate leap of faith, trusting and optimistic. He enters the abyss, trusting that everything will work out in his favor. This archetype invites us to open our hearts and minds to experiences and learn from them. When we let ourselves be consumed by the cardinal fire, we are enlightened by an inner fire that leads us beyond our comfort zones through intuitive influence. Let the ancient knowledge, the tales that show us the way, and the spiritual insights that lead us as we set out on this transformational trip. As we go through the unknown realms of our soul's development, may the Fire One phase serve as a rallying cry, a reminder to live deeply, fearlessly, and with an open heart. After learning all about fire and what it symbolizes, I think that one can easily see that the symbolism of fire is very appropriate for Billy. He is all about transformation, about just rising from the ashes, right? He had to become a totally different person, and it was an alchemic happening. And fire is the prime catalyst to start the alchemic marriage. This is why I can't ignore the constant fire symbolism in Billy's work.